Dear friends, welcome to Homeschooling Channel. This is Standard 10, the Social Science History, Unit 1, the outbreak of World War One and its aftermath. The sudden start of an unpleasant event is called outbreak. So, in this lesson, we are going to see the causes and results of the World War One. Friends, the year 1914 is a turning point in the world history. Moreover, 1750 to 1914 is called as long 19th century. World War One was the first industrial war that drew on the economic resources of the entire world and also affected large sections of the civilian population. The political map of the world was redrawn. This world war destroyed a major empires like German, Austria-Hungary, and Ottoman. And the biggest outcome of World War One is Russian Revolution and the formation of International Peace Organization, which is called as League of Nations. Now, let's see some of the circumstances which leads to World War One. Scramble for colonies. Scramble means to move somewhere quickly. Here, we should know the meaning of two words, capitalism and the imperialism. First, let's see what is capitalism. Capitalism is the economic system in which the business are owned and run for profit by individuals and not by state. And what is imperialism? It is a political system. A rich and powerful country controls other countries. According to Mr. Lenin, imperialism is the highest stage of capitalism. Friends, the important feature of 19th century was that Europe emerged as the dominant power while Asia and Africa were colonized and exploited. So, after 1870, the old idea of free trade was collapsed. So, there were trusts in United States of America and cartels in Germany were formed. Trust is an industrial organization engaged in the production or distribution of any commodity. A cartel is an association of similar companies or business that have grouped together in order to prevent competition and to control prices. The next one is rivalry of great powers, that is enmity between great powers. First, let's take Europe. In the 19th century, European powers had colonized many other countries. By 1880, most of the Asian countries had been colonized. Only Africa was left. The occupation, division, and colonization of Africa took place from 1881 to 1914. After 1870, England, France, Belgium, Italy, and Germany joined in the scramble for colonies. England was in competition with Germany and the United States, which were producing cheaper manufactured goods and thus capturing England's markets. And let us move on to the Asia. In Asia, Japan, during this period, imitating Western nations, had become their equal in many respects. In 1894, Japan forced a war on China. Japan won the war. The crushing defeat of China by Little Japan in the Sino-Japanese War 1894 to 95 surprised the world. Japan did not listen to the warning of the great powers Russia, Germany, and France, and it just annexed the Liaotung Peninsula with Port Arthur. By this action, Japan proved that it was the strongest nation of East Asia. But due to the pressure of the European powers, soon Japan gave up its claim over Port Arthur. But Russia took advantage of this and sent a large army to Manchuria. Japan entered into an alliance with England in the year 1902 and demanded that Russia withdraw troops from Manchuria. Russia underestimated Japan, but in the year 1904 the war began between the two countries in the Russo-Japanese War. Japan defeated Russia and got back Port Arthur. After this war, Japan entered the circle of great powers. After 1905, Japan took control of Korean domestic and foreign policy. The confusion in China following the downfall of Manchu dynasty in the year 1912, Japan utilized this opportunity for its further expansion. Japan demanded the transfer of German rights in Shantung, a place situated in China, to Japan and the recognition of Japanese hold over Manchuria. Colonization and its fallout. In 1876, barely 10% of Africa was under European rule. By 1900, practically the whole of Africa was colonized. Britain, France, and Belgium had divided the continent between them. Britain, France, Russia, and Germany established spheres of influence in China. That means to take the power for one country informally. Japan took over Korea and Taiwan. France conquered Indochina. The United States took the Philippines from Spain. And Britain and Russia agreed to partition Iran. Let us move on to Africa. The first European attempts to catch colonies in Africa resulted in bloody battles. There was a stiff resistance from the native population is the reason for that. The French had to fight a long and bitter war to conquer Algeria and Senegal. The British lost to the Zulus. The Italian army was defeated by Ethiopian army at Adowa in the year 1896. So friends, these are the circumstances which led to the World War One. And in the next video, let's see the causes of World War One. And read pages 1 to 4 in your book for more understanding. And this is the question Kano, which is the biggest outcome of the World War One? Write your answers in the comment section. Stay tuned with Homeschooling channel. Thank you.